I do it for the love, but I like money. The new wave is dope, but I don't like dummies. I'm a nigga that can floss and have a good time. Still in my prime, at my worst, kick a good rhyme. Love to talk shit for the hell of it. Download my shit, don't give a fuck if you celibate. It's all good with me. I don't even bang in the hood, it's good with me. I got a bad chick, and she heaven sent. Light skin, smart with more trunk than an elephant. Yeah, I think it's nice to admit, no matter what, my life is the shit. We gon' burn that booth, we gon' kill them shows, we gon' earn that plaque, we gon' get that dope. We got the crew outside, we moving out tonight. I guarantee we got next, it's gon' be live. We got next, we got next, it's gon' be live. We got next, we got next.
You already know what it is. You tuning into The Notion with my boy
Jelani Evans.
And you already know it's your boy Dizzy D Spill coming at you with that consistency. Go ahead and get it out, Giggles.
Oh, shit. Hey, how's everybody doing?
How your mama now?
Fuck. That was funny.
Anyway.
What's going on, though, brother? How you feeling?
I'm good, bro.
Yeah.
I burned some sage earlier.
Woo-sa.
Woo-sa.
Get your meditation bowl out. And
yeah, man. I got the medication bowl.
Get your chakras in alignment.
Yeah, you know, all that good stuff. But
apparently, one of these moons or planets is in Gatorade or something. So, a lot of shit going on.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but
retrograde.
But what's up, bro? You got any new information, man? What's going on in the sneaker culture, bro? You know, you always got some
Vanessa
gems.
Bryan is pissed. Y'all got her fucked up.
Yeah, y'all got Queen Mamba hella fucked up right now.
She's so cool too.
Yeah.
Like, a strongly worded letter was a person. But I feel it though, and it's like people got their hands on them. You see athletes hooping in them, and it's like, yo, I didn't give the go ahead for this.
I didn't give no green light.
Matter of fact, our little whole collaboration, commitment thing is done. I didn't even renew it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I better stop.
Do you see it possibly turning into a lawsuit with Nike?
Oh, I don't know. Things can happen.
Because it's like you're leaking out shit that you don't have any rights to.
Like they were on eBay, which means there's, you know what I'm saying? Like eBay took them all down. Shout out to eBay. But I'm just saying, like, ooh, yeesh. Oilers colorway of the Travis Scott Sixes has popped up, and they are gorgeous.
Are they?
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Okay. All right. I got home. I guess I got homework to do.
Those are nice.
Yeah, I got a little bit of homework to do. So
there's a plethora of releases this month. A lot of collaborations.
Okay. I seen and this is excuse me listeners, this is actually personally for me unless you're interested. I seen some Jordan 1 let me look in the file cabinet real quick. So the name still might be wrong, but they are the Air Jordan 1 reimagined. These joints right here.
Oh,
I like those.
They're gorgeous.
I like those a lot.
Those are kind of the inspiration behind the shoes I have on today.
Yeah, I seen that, and we're not going to talk about that because I don't have those. But I actually like Jordan 1s that have that candy paint gloss look on it, a patent leather. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, yeah, I'm feeling those. I'm not supposed to be in the game right now, but I might check in.
I hope they make them better. I hope they make them like these. I hope they don't make them like they made the black and metallic gold ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, they're cool, but it's like
they don't hit when you have them in person the way you thought they would have hit looking at them in a picture.
They're GR.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just like, I think people have lost sight of what it means for a GR. Like, GRs are just a regular shoe.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that people are hyping them up and they're reselling for crazy numbers, which I would have you believe like it's an NRG.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's something special, or, you know, collaboration release, or, you know, limited quantities. And some of them are limited quantities, but the quality don't be there like that.
All right.
Like the ones I got on, they came in a different color box. Any Jordan 1s come in a different color box from the original black and red. That means something already.
Yeah. So the Jordan 1 Reimagined that I just showed you, will that be a GR? Considered a GR?
I don't know how they're gonna go about that. I don't. Those are gorgeous.
I feel like they're gonna tax.
I mean, well, you know, the thing is trying to get them retail.
I feel like resale is gonna be ugly too.
I can see that.
All right. I'll probably
Pre-orders
put the car on Craigslist or something like that, and
ugly as
that should
well.
have half of it. And
those don't drop till October though. You got time to save up and.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's going to be popping around that time of the year. I think it's pretty much over when that time comes. But yeah, man, I always got to ask the questions. I always got to, you know, get the information. Any new blogs coming soon from Kicks and Sneakers?
Yeah.
Okay.
I already got some in the chamber. I just be chilling, man, because I don't want to like overload with hella blogs and information. He just wrote something. Damn, I ain't even really read that one yet. Give people some time, but yeah, it's coming.
So, any events you attend? Any networking? Any people you run into? You know, as far as, because you know you've been moving around nonstop.
Yeah, but not really. Outside of SneakerCon, I ain't been to nothing. I've been kind of on recovery mode. I was traveling all of May.
Yeah. You was wilding out.
Yeah, so I'm just chilling. But there's probably an event I'm gonna hit at the end of this month.
Okay.
And probably get a little bit of traveling in, some networking in. But right now, just chilling, man. I got some things coming. I'm still waiting for kicks. I'm always waiting for kicks.
Yeah.
So just chilling right now.
I dig it. For sure. Well, I think we have actually a really good take. I did a couple notes, and it's a constant conversation on a regular basis. And so I thought a fitting title for something that we can discuss was Millennials Wrecked. Now we repair the damage. And what I've been coming across, and I'm pretty sure you've seen it whenever you've actually made time outside the business to come across it, but you know, you talk about it's been in the news, and you know, you look at the economic state of things, you know, outside of COVID and stuff like that. And I was looking at some numbers on how ugly it is for millennials as far as in wealth and, you know, income and things of that sort, right? And, you know, it helps answer a couple questions, the obvious, like why so many people are starting businesses, you know what I mean, and trying to be their own boss, you know, because of, you know, the rat race and stuff like that. But as I did some research, I came across some things, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things that you can chime in on as well. And let me go to the notes. So basically, start with who would be considered our parents. Baby boomers, right? Baby boomers, anywhere from the start of 1946, basically ends 1964. It's considered a baby boomer, right?
And triple OGs.
Yeah. And then you have the millennials, which is us. Start 1980, ends 1994, right? Mm-hmm. And the thing about it was when I started looking at like the wealth percentages. So millennials, we make up 4.8% of the wealth. Generation X was the generation right before us, which would be like our older siblings or something like that. Kind of like a semi-OG, if you will. They made up, let's see, 48 or 4.8. Now,
hey, you gotta skip the year for the Generation X. What years are those? That's
the Generation X, I believe, is 19. Hold on, let me get my facts right.
65 to 79.
79, I believe.
I think that would be it.
Yeah. Let me get it right.
Baby boomers ended at 64, and then.
Well, the reason why I kind of skipped over Generation X is because they wouldn't be the ones really passing stuff down to us. It'll be like our parents. So it's not that they don't go through anything or they don't have any issues, but it was mainly like we learn from the boomers. The boomers are the ones that'll be passing down property, real estate, whatever the case it is, to us. And
yeah, you Generation X niggas irrelevant.
Y'all don't have no problems. Y'all just coasted. But nah, it's but I kind of did it like that. And I mean, they have their issues too, but they actually statistically have done better than us at certain time frames of their lives that we're currently coming across. Now, right now you're starting to see millennials at the age of 40. Now, some millennials are turning 40 because they're in that 1980 whatever gap, and they are in their 40s. And basically, here's some notes for Generation X. Generation X, 9% of wealth in their 40s, and boomers had 21% of the wealth when they were around our age. So for us to be at 4%, it's like, damn, that's a serious gap. You know what I mean? But what I'm really getting at and what I really want to talk about is like how things got in that position for us, and what some of the things that we're actually trying to do to improve it. Because even though those are the numbers, there's this stigma about millennials that we're not doing nothing. We're not, you know what I'm saying? We're kind of failing to a certain degree. But then on the other hand, there's so many of us that's like, nah, we're out here trying to make a way because we missed a lot of those opportunities now.
How many early millennials do you know that really just chase their dreams? All right, now how many early millennials do you know that became parents early?
A lot of them.
Oh.
A lot of them.
When you become a parent, you don't really chase dreams. You do what's necessary.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You make certain adjustments. And then it's like, you think about the baby boomers, like, they were in a different time frame altogether. So there were different standards and morals, and even the way you went about marriage and having kids and all, you know what I'm saying? It was like, you had to have this in place, and you should have been doing this, A, B, and C. You know what I'm saying? Like, they kind of had an outline.
Right.
And majority of society followed that outline.
Right.
So most of them were more established and had gotten things done, went further in school and in college and got degrees and established careers, you know what I'm saying? And then started developing families. Instead of developing families and then getting a job, and then hopefully you can establish a career in the midst of that, or not being able to follow through with college because you got pregnant or because you're finna have it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like that right there in itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just boom.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when you look at it like that, it's like, well, yeah, to generate wealth, there's certain responsibilities that I'm not gonna say you shouldn't have that, but if you don't have, makes it easier, more accessible because of the time and the energy that you're able to commit to it. Yeah. So there's that. I mean, also, we came into the boom of technology, and it made things easier. Yeah. It also kind of, made people lazier.
And it kind of took away certain things that people could make a living off of, too.
Well, facts. And I mean, if you think about it, when you were in elementary school, maybe even junior high, you used to hear a whole lot about trades, and they had, wood shop and metal work and stuff like that in school where you could learn. And from there, you might be able to be an apprentice somewhere, and then you can find a career with a trade with only a diploma.
Yeah. Yep.
which would allow you to do certain things and possibly even establish your own business.
Absolutely.
And push a hard line. And if you have a trade it's a learned talent, I'll say.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because that's something that as long as you're doing it, and if you're doing it consistently, you get better at it.
Yep.
So it's a learned talent that will allow you to make shit happen, and then anybody you hire in the course also has that learned talent. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
There's not trades like that anymore. I mean, they're out there.
But this, the standard one, Class A driver, and
but I mean, like,
you know what I'm saying?
Where the classes or stuff like that in school that even showed you that there was something different.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's just like a lot of stuff in school is limiting, and it's kind of pushing you down this path where you go to school, you go to high school, you graduate, then you go to college, and then, if you're really trying to go to college, then you'll get a loan to get you a degree so you can find your career, and then you got to find a career because you're in debt, and then you find out your career isn't profitable, or it's not, or it's flooded.
Yeah.
Minimal work. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, now you got a degree in something, and you're not even working in the area where your degree is because you need a job to pay off your loan, because it ain't getting no shorter. You know what I'm saying? It's not getting no smaller. You know what I'm saying? So it's just...
Well, it's funny that not funny, but...
niggas like, I ain't laughing.
It's interesting that you mentioned the whole going to school and then you got to go to college and now you got to pay the college debt, because I read an article, and in the article that I read, they had like 4 main reasons why we're mainly in the position that we're in. And the third one was debt. And it says that expensive college education means that the average graduate carries a whopping $28,000 in student loan debt.
That's crazy. And that's your student loan debt.
That's student loan debt.
Lord forbid you get a credit card at the age of 18 as soon as you enter college.
And you running it up.
You have no idea what credit is, credit responsibility, because that happened to me. And then I spent, a nice part of college going to school, working, hustling, like trying to pay off the debt that I had incurred because I didn't understand credit. But they were willing to give me a credit card because I had a clean bill.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, not knowing stuff, not understanding, and, no fault of my own. My parents weren't that savvy in credit, so it wasn't like they taught
Well, the
me.
irony is you would think you being in school that they would educate.
Nah, they will educate you, but they'll educate you on what's in the book and what's the criteria for you to, graduate to get into the real world. They won't educate you on the information that you need to actually operate and survive in the real world. Mm-hmm. They don't teach you that, Mm-hmm. They'll teach you math, but they won't teach you budgeting and financing. You learn all that in college.
Yeah. And I feel like the cold part about that is what you're being taught in school. And when you get out in the real world, it's like, well, there's this whole thing about like when you turn 18, everything is supposed to click. I don't know who started it. I don't know how it just became a trend, but it's so ass backwards, because it's like at 17 you didn't know shit, and then at 18 you're supposed to know it all because of the marker that they put that you're an adult.
I'm just laughing because I'm thinking about the type of stuff you learn in school and getting out in the real world, and you're like, damn, I'm running late and I don't have a car. So if I leave the house at A and the bus is coming at B, I should be able to get to work by C. And then like, so many variables. I have to solve for C. So. I mean, right? Like, yeah. You don't sit like you. It doesn't. It's just crazy, bro. It's just, man, whatever.
Well, the cold part is you kind of made it work when you broke it down like that, but that's not how you're thinking.
It's not.
Nobody's thinking. Mm-mm. That's what they meant by solve for C. I gotta go with a plan. It's not. It's nothing like that.
But see, you didn't carry the obstacles. It's not gonna stops the lights.
Yeah.
See, carry the tool.
It's none of that, man. Another thing that was brought up too is wages. You know what I'm saying? A lot of wages, especially people that are getting out of college and are getting these jobs, the pay increase is no longer happening. It's the bare minimum, but yet the cost of living for everything is going up. Food and
because things are getting more expensive to produce or gain access to or to or import.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And so it's just like it costs more, so we have to charge you more. It's like, but I'm making the same thing. I heard that. So you got that extra $3 we taxed, or you don't want it.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, what
it just, you know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. So what can you do? Everybody wants the best of everything, but they don't want to pay the prices for it. Most of them can't afford it because the wages aren't paying a livable rate. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I came across an article where it was saying like certain fast food places are struggling to hire people post pandemic, and it's like, yeah, because you don't pay them and they're making more money if they're still on unemployment.
What happened to that sign movement where you got to come and order your own? The manager sick of having to come out and explain it to you, huh? Bro, I went in there to order once. This is a while ago because I don't do fast food, but it was like, I just wanted some fries. Mm-hmm. I walked in, I had a taste. I had a taste of some fries, so I pulled up, I walk in, and there's a screen here, and I'm just like, it's a lot. Mm-hmm. This is a lot.
Yeah.
To order some fries. Sheesh.
It's like I could have just made them.
Bruh. No potatoes at the house.
I'm back here solving for C again.
Yeah.
So
I divided all the BS and I went to McDonald's.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. That's how it sounded when I was knocking on the door. Yo, where the fries? But
I'm gonna go to the drive-thru. Hey.
So like now now we're at this point where there's so many of us trying
to survive,
but a lot of us are really, some of us are pushing a hard line with running a business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
that's not all glamorous.
It's not. But for your personal experience, when you decided to fully 100% commit to just doing your business, I'm not working for nobody, I'm working for myself. What put you in that position? What pushed you in that direction to say I'm gonna take that leap? Because it's a risk.
I mean, I started while I was working still.
Okay.
That was the thing about it. So it was having gained a certain amount of ground and having a certain foundation to be like, I can make some things happen. Now, unfortunately, I ended up getting hurt. And so while I was hurt, I was, I'm sitting up, laid up healing, and I had a lot of time to think on a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. So I kind of just pulled the trigger. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, because my thought was I've never experienced an injury like this, and I don't know what's next.
Okay.
So I gotta have something. You know what I mean? Like I gotta have something, and I started. Might as well finish. And so once I felt like I had no safety net, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And once I was like, it's kicks and sneakers or bust. Like that lit a fire, because of course you thinking, I'm gonna be honest, it's I can't fail, but fail was never a thought.
Okay.
It was like there's no going back.
Like that's not fueling your motivation.
Else, no.
Yeah, right.
Because if I'm thinking about I can't fail, that means that I'm thinking of it as an option. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? It's not an option.
Right.
This is what it is. Mm-hmm. So when I felt like I had no safety net, I was just like, all right, well, I gotta go hard. Like I really gotta make something out of this. This isn't a side hustle or a side job.
Right.
This is my business. And if I want people to take me serious on a certain level, then I have to take it more serious. So without having a safety net, there came a certain respect for what I was doing, but also I upped my grind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, And then, I mean, after that, there was no looking back. It was kind of like, okay, once I heal, I'll be good.
Right.
It wasn't no once I heal, I go back to the job. You know what I mean? I didn't want to go back.
Yeah.
That wasn't, I don't need to be there.
What were the things that you thought about going back to a job where it was like, nah, I can't go back to that?
Everything about it, from going to a place I didn't like to having to listen to other people and follow other people's rules and instructions and feel I'm not utilizing my talents, bro. I'm not getting the most out of me. I'm not, it's almost like you have these ideas and this creativity and these things that you want to do, and you're kind of letting that all just kind of go to waste, going to a job and working for somebody else. Yeah, I could do it afterwards, but what about the opportunities and the time missed while I'm over here doing work that is ultimately making other people a lot more money and me change? At least if I'm going to break my neck and bust my ass, let it be for me. And even if I'm making change, I get all the change.
All of it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it just hit different. Like, I can't work on somebody else's dream while mine's rots.
I understand that. And I've seen the post before. It's kind of been passed around by different entrepreneurs and hip hop artists. The whole, how can you work 8 hours, every day, and then not put any hours into what you really want to do.
Now, I will say something about that, because it's like,
oh, I got something to say about it too.
I get the energy behind it, but
it's a dope quote.
I mean, like, I get the energy behind it, but it's like, bro, I still have to live life. After I put in 8 hours at a job, I'm exhausted, and most times mentally, not physically.
Yep, mentally for sure.
But it's like, if I'm exhausted, I can do some work, but I'm not going to be able to execute a whole lot because it won't be my best because I'm exhausted.
Well, I feel like the folks that a lot of times say that, they're already out of the rat race. That's why it's easy to say. It's easier to say than done. But the other thing, when they say that, hey, you got to put this amount of hours into this, like you put into this, what I've learned, still being in the rat race and still maintaining different business entities that I have, is that the 9 to 5 is the biggest distraction.
100%.
It's an 8-hour distraction out of your day,
but it's also necessary.
And exactly,
a lot of people, majority who share that quote started in the same place.
Exactly.
Nobody woke up without a job and said, you know what, I'm just gonna follow my dreams, and everything fell into place. And just like, those are like, the one in a million story that you hear about and people try to recreate and follow. And that's why you have so many people on OnlyFans and SoundCloud rappers and resellers and all type of stuff. And there's no disrespect to them, you feel me? Like I don't want to take no shots at them, but it's like, you hear people getting rich doing this, or you hear somebody scoring money reselling, and I can get this for these shoes, and now everybody wants to be a reseller, right? And then you hear about females making thousands and hundreds of thousands on OnlyFans because of their following and their clients and their members, or whatever the case may be, right? But what were they doing before that? Did they have a follow? Like, you got to understand, like, everybody shows the how I made it happen without the background.
Oh, they give no real detail on just how much you go through. But here's the other thing. They're not even really being transparent with what they still have to deal with.
Nah, not at all.
You know what I'm saying?
Not at all. But that's the thing. It's just like, they don't, like, it's highlight reels with the 1 in a million. So you see it and you're like, oh, I can do that too. Not understanding like what they had going for them, the opportunities behind them, or who was pushing them, or the following that they had, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? The magic mixture that works specifically for them. for them.
Yeah.
See, we all have different opportunities and realities, and
Right.
so we can all recreate the same thing. What you got going for you, I can't recreate for me.
Yeah.
I could do something similar that works best for me.
Well,
but
it was,
you know what I mean?
well, yeah, because it was modified for you. Like,
But at the end of the day, bro, like a 9 to 5 is a distraction, but it's necessary because it's a stepping stone.
Yeah.
And so the thing about it is like to not overcommit to the 9 to 5.
yeah. Yeah.
See. So what you do, when you check in, doesn't mean you check in completely. I check in physically to do the job. Mentally,
Right.
I'm somewhere else.
Right.
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 But I'm still operating to where I can eventually do my work. A lot of times I'm multitasking. I'll be at the job working on stuff for the
Yeah.
business.
I'm on my break. I'm doing this. I'm doing that.
You
I'm
know
off
what
to
I'm
the
saying?
side.
But
I'm
it's
on my way.
necessary until you're in a place so where you feel comfortable to be able to leave that job. Now, the whole thing about it, a lot of times you won't feel comfortable. You're just going to have to take that leap, which is always the hardest part.
Right.
But the 9 to 5 is necessary. You can't knock it. You can't downplay it. I don't have one, and I still don't take shots at it because there's some things that I envy about a 9 to 5, like a guaranteed check.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if you don't work, you don't eat. Yeah, that's just real life for me.
No, it is real life. No, it's
Like,
real life.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, yeah, it is for everybody, but I mean on a whole nother level, like, ain't no checks coming. I gotta get up and grind every day.
I have to figure it out every day
I gotta-
what I'm gonna do, and there's no,
bruh. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And so, that hits different. Like, so there are some things I do envy about it 9 to 5, but I won't be like job security, but ain't no job security out
there is no job. Nah, I don't even think that. Yeah, I mean, it's,
Yeah. But and that's another thing. Like, I was like, yo, so when you quit a job, they want you to give 2 weeks notice, right? When they fire you, though, they do it on the spot. They don't give you a heads up to get your affairs in order or to get your.
As soon as you walk through the door, hey, they don't, right, come on,
shift.
come over here. Oh yeah,
You know what I'm
if
saying?
they
Like,
real cold with it, they'll let you.
so you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's cold with the 9 to 5, but it's necessary. You can't knock it, and don't if you don't have the confidence in yourself and the grind, the work ethic necessary, don't leave the 9 to 5.
Yeah,
Because the thing about it is, like, I'm gonna be honest, you're always working when you're an entrepreneur.
you actually work more hours as an entrepreneur than you do
100%.
than you do a 9 to 5. 9 to 5, you could work 8 hours, and I'm pretty sure you can deny or offer your overtime to somebody else. But when you're an entrepreneur, it's damn near on the clock 24/7, because even when you're like, all right, I'm done dealing with a consumer, whatever the case is, you're just still doing research, you're still looking at numbers, you're still doing quality control, you're still dedicating things. And if you look at most people's stories, that are really successful, the family of those successful individuals are the ones that are taking like the brunt of everything. It's like, this person was your mother or your father that's really successful, but you didn't get that time with them to go chill on the weekends or go to the park or show up to games or whatever the case it is, because they're out there working 18-hour days. And
Bro, I missed some events, family events and things that I would have liked to have been at because I was out working and
the sacrifice.
maneuvering and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sucks sometimes, but it's necessary. And that's the thing, like, the sacrifice. You sacrifice a lot when you become an entrepreneur and you work for yourself.
Elon Musk said he works 7 days a week and people are still calling him lucky. I mean,
I feel it, bro. Man, I woke up and was working this morning. It's Sunday.
yeah. It's that something you have to. The thing is with the 9 to 5 and being an entrepreneur, you have to decide on what it is works for you. Meaning, like, okay, if I'm not good with people, I'm not good with being in control and working under pressure, a 9 to 5 might work out. And make no mistake, we do need 9 to 5 folks. There's still things out there that we take for granted for people that work 9 to 5 jobs.
I mean, after COVID, you can't really take them people for granted no more.
Yeah, you can't. Some people still will because they don't get it, but you really can't. Like I said, like real essential workers is like, yo, them grocery stores that you're going to, you could be without food.
I self checkout, so no, I'm just playing. You think I what? Walk around a grocery store for an hour? You think I'm finna ring myself up? Nah,
The audacity.
She finna do all of this. Yeah, paper. Nah, but I mean, like, yeah. So it's difficult, bro.
It
like
is.
even being an entrepreneur. There's so many entrepreneurs. There's so many people doing the same thing. So many lanes have become crowded with careers, with being an entrepreneur.
And now you have to prove how you're different and that you're actually serious compared to those that are emulating what you're doing. Not necessarily,
But everybody's doing their own version. Everybody, is trying to do their own thing, but everybody's trying to do their own thing in the same realms, in the same arenas.
Yeah.
And so a lot of things have become crowded. So it kind of becomes this, what is it, crabs in a barrel?
Yeah.
Thing. And so you weigh that against it too. It's like it's harder to obtain wealth. It's harder to, become rich and get your bands up, your stacks up, and be in a position to really is like most have debt. Like, just first of all, you gotta be debt free before you can be. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so like that debt to income ratios.
It could get real ugly if it's ugly.
You know what I mean? And so when you take all the things into account, because it's a lot of the things that millennials have to deal with, the OGs didn't have to deal with.
Yeah, because a lot of OGs, like for example, a lot of millennials don't own real estate. They don't own property compared to the OG baby boomers. Most of them had property, and it was easier to obtain. We're talking about getting houses. I think a lot of baby boomers were getting houses that were like $30,000, $40,000. I mean, here in California, standard is $300,000 for a house.
And what was that fixed rate at?
Bruh.
Yeah. So it just, things are different. Things transition, things change, and with that, so does, the price. Shit, the price of wealth.
The price and sacrifice, for sure, yeah. For sure. I think that I think one of the good things about so many people trying to go the entrepreneur route is I think there's a lot of people, and time will tell when you see who's left standing, are trying to create genuine generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, I want to pass something down to my kids, or, a younger sibling that I had to raise, or a niece or a nephew, whatever the case is, so that they're not put in certain positions where they just have to accept things as the only option. You know what I'm saying? I do see that. I do think that, but I also think that if you're guided right, a 9-to-5 can work for you as well if you're guided correctly, because, another unfortunate thing with a lot of millennials is there's a lot of educated millennials. You have degrees, some of them have masters, but then you get out there in the world and it's like, I don't have any work. Like I do want to go into the workforce, but I can't get any employment anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So you'll have somebody that has a degree or two and they're working a 9-to-5 and they're trying to be an entrepreneur because they're just trying to make it.
Shit, we all trying to make it, bro.
Yeah.
A lot more hurdles in the race that we're running.
Mm-hmm.
Easier to get tripped up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's not fair, man. Life's not fair.
Oh yeah.
I hate when people say that shit. So what?
Should I smack thee and then say life isn't? No. But I think there's always I think there's always a good solution behind whatever it is that you're looking at if you take the time to really analyze everything.
I mean, if you really, trying to get rich, just sell drugs.
I think that
bank robbery.
The usual, and those and the cool thing about those careers is they have no longevity.
Just watch out for dye packs.
But I think the one of the formulas that I'm starting to learn about folks that are considered wealthy and that live pretty comfortable is the simplicity in their life. You know what I'm saying? And I actually look at, people that are entrepreneurs, and I'm understanding that there is a huge difference between the entrepreneur and them being pretty simplistic with their life and somebody that makes a lot of money. And the reason why I separate it like that is, don't get me wrong, I don't think entrepreneurs can, and a lot of them do make a lot of money, but it's the way that they manage their lifestyle. It's very simple. It's not a whole lot going on, and a lot of them live below their means. That right there, I think, is a good step in living a more comfortable life, because a lot of people go out there giving the impression that they needed to buy that, or they needed to spend that, they needed this to survive. And it's like, nah, most people that are living wealthy and that are entrepreneurs, they get what they need and that's it. And they do it moving.
Yeah, I be chilling, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for real, like, cause I'm debt free.
Mm-hmm.
And I pretty much live below my means. I don't do a whole lot.
Right.
I don't need a whole lot, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I stepped out last night, and the event I go to, people get dressed.
Mm-hmm.
They get dressed. They come out. A lot of people in designer clothing and expensive gear and all of that, right? Bruh, I had on a Rugrats t-shirt that cost me about $25.
Mm-hmm.
I happen to have on a pair of plain black sweats that I got from Champs.
Okay.
No name brand, just they were like $40.
Mm-hmm.
My socks were Ren from Ren and Stimpy, and they cost me like $3.
Mm.
Where I just shot my outfit out to you less than $75.
It's a tank of gas for an SUV. Yo, I got your gas on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it was just like, you spent $230 on that t-shirt, $400 on them shorts, huh? The Louis shorts. That's dope. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Not
saying that I can't. I just won't.
Right.
You see me out here in these Amiris, 800, 900. Nigga, why? Why? Like, the thing about it is like, okay, so you putting on all this stuff. Who are you really doing it for?
Who are you buying it for?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's like this. Right now, in this day and age, males are bigger brand whores than females.
That is true.
Right?
That is true. Yes.
And so that means a male, is quicker to notice your labels and your brands before a female.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you doing it for?
Oops.
Because the thing about it is, like, in all of my experiences, if you are dressed well, it's all women are concerned with.
Yeah.
They're not,
if
you know
your
what I'm
clothes
saying? Like,
fit, if they dress well, yeah, it doesn't matter really what you put on.
Something nice, a brand that they recognize, that's what's up. That's dope. But I mean, you're not gonna get them based off your attire.
Mm-hmm.
if you do, then they're probably a gold digger, and you know what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like they don't care about it like that, bro. So if you out here and all that, doing it for who?
Yeah.
I'm not.
And the crazy thing is you're just talking about fashion. We're not talking about buying cars. Mm-mm. You know what I'm saying? And all these other things that can really add up and make life difficult for you 6 days a week, just for you to make it look like you have it all together for a few hours, 1 day a week.
That's living outside of your means like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah, for real.
Teach their own. But yeah, I know a lot of entrepreneurs who don't do a whole lot.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of them out there that you probably can't tell unless they did an interview or they had to speak at an event or something like that, that they're even on that level, because like I said, they're really simple. It's a really simplistic lifestyle. And
I gotta be killing the game. He'll be in some sandals, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Some sandals.
And some sandals.
Yeah, man. What? Clean up too.
You know, another thing is
doing numbers. Shout out to Brian.
Comfortable. That's the other thing.
Yeah,
they're
but
comfortable.
That's the thing about it. That's why I'm always in sweats. It's about being comfortable, bro. Like after I got injured,
that was dope. He said comfortable, bro.
Yeah, it's about being comfortable, bro. Let's stay out together. Trying to get it out. So, but nah, like once I got injured, comfort was my main focus.
I bet. Like, hell yeah, being injured, yeah.
But I mean, like following that, everything I wore, getting in and out of clothing, you know what I'm saying, maneuvering around, everything had to be comfortable. I had to have room to be able to stretch, and you know what I'm saying, like, bro, it's sweats and shorts and linen, and that's it. Denim sucks, bro. Like, man, I got like 3 or 4 pair of slippers, house shoes. Like, y'all only see me in shoes really outside the house. Like, I'll come in the house and kick them off instantly. Like, comfort.
One of the things that I picked up on some years ago is like when I would see celebrities, right? And you know, like at TMZ will catch them at the airport, or they catch them like just out and about. And one thing that I noticed, like 90% of the time, they were comfortable. They're in sweats. They're not wearing no Gucci or nothing. They're in like literally stuff that we would wear every day when we're chilling in some tennis shoes. Except
Crocs. And the thing about it is just like, I don't know about Crocs. I hear they're extremely comfortable. It's the look of them that I can't get over.
They've always looked uncomfortable to me.
Right. They don't. But everybody said they're comfortable. I just can't get with Crocs. Maybe I'll get some Yeezy foam runners.
No little special collection kicks and crops? No kicks and crocs?
Ew. I don't support that.
He said, I'm coming out with kick rocks if you come with Crocs.
I mean, we do a collab where I like, you know, got different type of little emblems that you put in your Crocs.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's as far as I go. Like, no branding, like, on them that can't be taken off.
AKA Mr. I would never.
I just Nike slides and whatnot.
I love Nike slides.
I seen a post some female put up, and I was like, oh, she's choosing violence today. She's like, dudes who wear Nike slides are gay. Those are sandals. Only females wear sandals. And I was like,
excuse me, young man?
I just scrolled. Like I said, you know, some people get on Twitter and choose violence, and you know,
I like
they be trying to get results and retweets and responds. You didn't have to do that. Yo, what? So like, if you're gonna start there, you gotta just move up to the list. Like, all the slides, Gucci slides, Versace slides, all designer slides are sandals, right? So that's the route we going. Bet.
Who angered you this afternoon? Who angered you?
Yeah.
Did somebody break up with you in some slides so you feel that way?
Such a dude.
Dude probably broke up with her in some thong slippers. So he broke up with her and then did that little pat walk.
Whoa. Let's stop right there. Okay. Cause I got an issue with the little thong sandals. I don't do them joints. Okay. Look. All right.
No paps.
I hate the sound those make too. That's horrible. But like, let's one thing at a time. Right? Yo, men should not wear anything with thong in the name, and that's a thong sandal, correct?
Yes, it is. The thong.
I ain't got nothing else to say. I don't even like shit between my toes.
Pat.
Bruh.
I'm not taking you serious. I don't care how mad you is if you got on some paps.
Horrible. See, you call them paps now. They ain't the same. It's the sound they really made. It's a walk it. It's walk it. Because it's hitting the ground and smacking the foot.
Yeah.
Walk it up, bitch. Just pick your feet up.
You probably just walk barefooted.
I'm gonna step on the back of them shits and just have you just rip the whole thong out, and you just sit there.
Shit around your ankle.
Or cut a toe off. Oh, there go your big toe. You just
Millennials ain't shit. We know.
Nah, man, look.
Petty.
Extremely. I'm here for it.
I support it. I normally don't. I'm trying not to use that word, but I support that. But yeah, man,
bear the weight of that. Yeah.
I think that I think when it comes to our generation, I do believe it's gonna get a lot better. I think that every generation has its ruts and figuring it out stages, and because one of the things that I do reflect on is a lot of the shit we seen.
So if I say you like it's gonna get better, I'm like, nigga, we just had a pandemic. Like
well, what I mean better is
rough, man.
It is.
Shit.
It is. But we've went through a lot. If you really backdate to when we were younger, a lot of shit that we've seen. We've seen wars. We've seen, 9/11. We've seen a lot of shit by the age.
He tripping. Like he's talking about wealth, man. I'm trying to make sure I got enough gas in my car to get to work and I can order what I want off DoorDash and get this eighth. You tripping? Niggas just trying to get by. You talking about wealth, nigga?
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, well,
there's a difference because a lot of people look at wealth as just money, but sometimes wealth can be a whole lot more outside of money.
Yeah, I'm wealthy, family wise, and all that. Shout out to the people I fuck with. Love y'all. I can use some dollars though.
That was the fastest. I appreciate you, love you speech. Hey, yo, man, I love y'all. Y'all cool. Y'all been whatever, man. How your mom and them look, bro? I need the bag.
It's like the Grammy music is coming on. I get to the point. Yeah, straight up, man. Like, no, for real. Like, yeah, I'm wealthy in a lot of ways in life, for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
But I need
financial wealth?
Yeah.
Still on the hunt, brother.
Yeah.
Man.
Yo, I'm still spearing for the fish. But when I meant
like
by
a meal. I said wealth.
I think it's gonna. When I say better though, I think like when
things will improve.
They'll improve.
They're talking about
but
forced stimmy. No.
Yeah. Yo, man, let's push that. Let's get the stimmy going, man.
Yeah, it's gonna improve a whole lot.
Yeah, Moneybag Joe need to just sign off on one more, man. We be straight.
You know what? I almost got political. Yeah, bro.
I almost got him there.
Just shoot us a stimmy, man.
Yeah, man. Come on, stop playing, bro.
It's the least you can do.
Yeah, the least.
Won't go there. We'll set that for another episode.
No, we won't. That's all again. But yeah, dog. I think it's some good points, bro. And
it's gonna get better. I believe that it's already improving.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And it's just like gotta be optimistic, and you have to stay positive, and You have to operate with a certain level of consistency, above all, which is easier said than done. Shit. Stop looking to obtain wealth. Just start looking for financial freedom.
That's some pretty damn good advice. Because there's a difference.
Oh, 100%.
There's definitely a difference.
Like, when you have financial freedom, you're a lot more comfortable.
Yeah.
And things hit differently.
Mm-hmm.
You know. And then it's like, because I mean, wealth is so hard to obtain.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even just being rich.
Yeah.
You know? So, we're talking about from a financial standpoint.
Right.
So, looking to be financially free, to be able to do a lot more things you want to, will also open up more opportunities, allowing you to have chances at gaining more financially. You know, being able to establish a foundation for your children to be able to obtain wealth, because ultimately, you know, wealth isn't really obtained in one generation. It's usually over a couple of generations. So put yourself in a position where you can actually lay the foundation and start putting pieces together for those who come after you to be able to, you know what I'm saying,
manage it
and grow it, progress it, you know, so it can be something that becomes a whole for the family.
Right.
So I would say start there. You know, trying to jump over mountains when you ain't even stretched, you know.
Oh, that's gonna end beautifully.
You know what I mean? It's just like, you know, one step at a time, you know.
Yeah. And you got to give yourself, I do believe that, and you're big on this, giving yourself a break, like a real break.
Yo,
you got to give yourself a real break, like mentally cleanse, relax.
I'm still learning how to do that, bro. It's such a process, and because it's a process, because with every new level, as you transition, progress through seasons, and things shift, they change. Your level of discipline and knowing when, and not just when, but how.
And not waiting until you reach your breaking point to try to apply all that.
Like I said, when it's never the same. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like they say, new level, new devil.
Yeah.
So, you know, you got to find different ways to make sure that you're taking a break and you're disconnecting and you're giving yourself time. And a lot of times it's to reflect, and it's to process so that you can, you know, digest a lot of stuff and ultimately strategize and plan to put the pieces together moving forward.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, to overwhelm yourself or burn out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's definitely necessary, man. It's all a process.
It is.
And you got to learn what the steps are and then not skip any.
You gotta understand that. That's the first thing. You gotta understand that it's a process, and nothing else you can do about it but work through it. You know, a lot of times, because we have such microwave access to things.
Like I said, get rich quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody expects things just, and then when they don't, you know, frustration kicks in.
This ain't going right.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, and you gotta avoid, because the thoughts are gonna be there all the time, or you're always gonna question things. But
I wouldn't say avoid though. It's you just have to let them pass.
Yeah. Okay. Take this course. I can see that.
You'll have a lot of thoughts. A lot of things will go through your mind, and you have to let them pass. You have to know what to breathe life into, what to give focus to. You know what I'm saying? Because to think you won't have those type of thoughts, it's just like, what type of Zen master guru, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you to? But
the more, in the real antidote to that though is it's more simple that you live your life. So if there are things that you just genuinely like and care about, you have to acknowledge and work through the things that come with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But what I mean like the negative thoughts.
Yeah. That's where I'm at with it.
It's just gonna happen, and you gotta deal with it. You gotta address it. But even in the midst of things happening and addressing it, it's the thought pattern.
Yeah.
That you have in the midst of it. You know what I mean? Like, I had something happen. I was like, damn. All right. Well, I've done all I can do. We'll wait to see what happens.
Yeah.
And I kind of just, went on about it. Like, oh man, how is this gonna work out? What am I gonna do?
Yeah, see all that.
And damn, what am I? Okay, so if it don't work out like this, I gotta, like, I don't even know if it's not gonna work out, but I'm already putting negative energy out there.
Yeah, you're already campaigning for it to be the worst.
Right. And I say, expect the best, plan for the worst. But I mean, like,
plan, not bet on it.
Yeah, shit. And I mean, like, if that don't work, then I got something I'm gonna make happen. But
right,
we'll wait to see. Like, bro, I went out and partied. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's just you can't dwell, and that's why I mean by like not focusing on it. You can't dwell. You know
cannot.
what I'm saying? It's you give energy to the things you focus on. You breathe life into the things you focus on. So the more you dwell on it, and you know what I'm saying,
it's a mental investment.
Yeah.
It's a mental investment for sure, dog.
So, keep the right thoughts and focus on the right things and balance, man. Balance.
Absolutely.
Like you're saying, 9 to 5 and entrepreneurs, I think about balance. You know what I'm saying? Being an entrepreneur and going hard and knowing how to take time and take breaks, balance. It just knowing how to operate.
Absolutely.
Of being more aware of self.
Yeah, I think that's where you should start, regardless if you're in a 9 to 5 or you're an entrepreneur. You definitely should start with understanding that first.
Well, yeah, I mean, 100% if you're talking about being an entrepreneur, because you're gonna be tested, you're gonna be
daily,
you're gonna be questioned
daily.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna have a lot of tests, a lot of challenges, and if you don't know who you are, and if you're not comfortable in that, that would definitely be brought to the surface.
Everything is daily when you're an entrepreneur.
Except the money.
You gotta wait on. You need to trust the process on that.
Yeah. Bruh, look. I'll be the first one to say that look.
You said look like 5 times because you got 5 different ways you need to look at it. Yo, look. Nah, let me.
It's like a prism. There's so many sides. Gosh. There's even different hues and colors. It's just, yeah, man.
The point is, y'all, it's quite simple. The point is to stay focused because we're finna leave. And
oh, God.
We done gave you all the gems, man.
Yeah, I guess we talked about how to fix it, huh?
Yeah. So listen, go back, listen to this woo-sa, and trust yourself, trust the process, and do not allow yourself to go insane.
Shit or do it, whatever, man. I'll be smooth.
Anyways, you've been tuning into The Notion. It's your boy Dizzy D Spill here with my co-host in the building,
Jelani Evans.
and we just turned the beat on y'all because we out. Peace.